Thank you to my Asbantium level patron Fallon Cortez for helping to support the channel. Hello everybody and welcome to something I've never really done before, a trailer reaction, analysis, breakdown kind of video. For once it's not me having a breakdown. Yay! Part of me didn't want to do this because it's Christmas and I don't want to work on Christmas, but then another part of me said,
hello, I like money.
Usually I like to really take my time with these kind of things. I don't like to rush through, I like to see the bigger picture unfold. But, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Yes, I'm going to be talking through some of the major talking points from the trailer, talking through some potential theories about what might happen, and just generally telling you how I feel about it, because apparently people want my opinion, so I may as well do that. So first of all, I want to kind of talk about the Doctor and Donna in this trailer, at least from what we're being shown. So it seems like the leaks that came out a few months ago were completely correct when they were talking about the running theme of the specials being all about Donna getting her memory back. As we can see it multiple times in the trailer, it's, you know, shots of Sylvia looking like, oh, I can't tell her. And I do really love the goofy scene of Sylvia trying to hide Donna from seeing the Doctor. That's quite funny. That got a good laugh out of me. But yes, it very much seems kind of like the end of time again. I'm not sure whether it's a good way or a bad way, where it's the whole, if she sees me, her mind will burn stuff. Because it's been a long time since the end of time. And I don't really think we need to revisit that storyline. I thought Donna had a tragic end. I'd be quite disappointed if they go back and change it, or they just do this for the sake of nostalgia. I was surprised though that obviously they showed Sylvia, they showed Shaun Temple, and they showed Donna's daughter Rose, but they didn't show Wilf, who has been confirmed to be in the special. We haven't heard about why that might be, but it's potentially possible that, I mean, this is the sad case scenario that Bernard Cribbins wasn't able to film all his material before he passed away. But it could even be the case of he had finished all his stuff and they want his inclusion to be a surprise for fans, you know, just like a warm, welcome surprise because he's such a fan favourite character. In terms of other characters, we have confirmed that Ruth Madeley is not playing the Big Finish character she plays. So, I mean, I think I kind of expected this before anyway, because there are just so many weird rules around Big Finish and the TV show, and even just kind of in terms of the audience won't really know who she is if she's an existing companion, so you can't really get a companion return when it's a very niche, obscure companion whose run has only just sort of began on Big Finish. So I always thought it was never going to happen anyway. It was just, hey, we know this person through Big Finish, let's give them a role in the show. Along with this, we have the confirmation of Beep the Meep, the comic character from I think the 70s or 80s. There is a clear redesign here. I'm not quite sure how I feel about it. It kind of looks like they're going for a bit of a Baby Yoda thing by making it look all cute, but I think Beep the Meep will be a surprise villain. Seeing it with my family, the first thing they said when they saw Beep the Meep was like, oh, that looks so cute, and then here I am with like a little bit more knowledge going, well, it's meant to be a villain, so I have to assume it's a twist villain. I think Beep the Meep is going to play all innocent, and I think one of the leaks suggested that he's using slaves to build a rocket to try and escape from those robot-like things going to be acting like a Jadoon sort of police force coming after Beep. I want to say it's going to be like episode 2, because episode 1 is going to be a very run-of-the-mill alien invasion. At least that's what the leaks told us. I assume episode 3 is going to be the big Celestial Toymaker episode, because an important thing to note, the title of the video that the Doctor Who channel posted of this is that it's the trailer for the 60th anniversary specials. It's not a specific trailer for one episode, it's just like a general trailer. So we're seeing stuff from all 3 episodes, and I think that's how it's going to be organised. Episode 2 probably will have Beep the Meep crash into Earth, which I assume is this shot with Rose finding a spaceship pod thing. I assume that's Beep the Meep crashing on Earth, maybe. And like I said, Beep the Meep will probably try and influence Rose to be on her side, which will then cause family conflict maybe. And then episode 3 will be the big reveal that Neil Patrick Harris's character is the Celestial Toymaker from Classic Who. We have also seen that same shot of shooting outwards Doctor, but again, because this is a trailer for the wider specials as a collection, I'm not entirely confident that means he's going to be in the first episode. It will be interesting to see what they do with the whole regeneration stuff. I assume they will explain very quick. It seems that once again, like the leaks had speculated months back, that all the specials are going to be about the Doctor trying to work out who he is because, he doesn't know anymore. This is something we've seen multiple times with Regeneration, but in small hints, just here and there, one scene or two. But I assume we'll have that all wrapped up at least halfway into the first special, because as we can see in some shots, he already knows who Donna is and all that, which means he knows his own relation to her, so it won't be going through the whole time. But it will be interesting to see how they handle this very short bridging regeneration. Another interesting thing is that we do see a return of Unit in this trailer. Obviously they came back in Power of the Doctor, so this isn't like a big thing to be bringing them back because they were just re-established, but it's nice to see that they're once again going to be taking part in it. One concern I do have with the trailer is how much it relies on the past, especially series 4, because obviously yes, you've got the characters there, but you've also got a lot of the same lines being repeated, like the Doctor saying Alonzi, and literally word for word, if she remembers me, her mind will burn. And then they're bringing up the Destiny thing in relation to Donna again. It very much kind of concerns me that they're banking too heavily on nostalgia for that specific era. It is a 60th anniversary special, so of course you do have nostalgia, but it doesn't feel as wide nostalgia for the entire spectrum of Doctor Who, and it very much feels like Russell T Davies just playing the greatest hits, which is exactly what I was concerned about when he came back. But, this is only like a, 1 minute long trailer, so there's obviously going to be a lot more coming out, and probably maybe even twist villains, because I am fully convinced that Beep the Meep is going to be a twist villain in terms of character writing, but I'm also sure there's going to be characters or villains showing up that we haven't found out about yet. There was a rumour a while ago based on one blurry filming picture that Mel Bush is going to be coming back. I don't know whether we can put a lot of stock in that. Given that her character was established as working with Unit in the last episode, I wouldn't be surprised if she does come back alongside Unit in some form. Then what else do we have? It does seem to all be set on contemporary Earth. So if I had to guess, something happens where the Doctor lands but doesn't get to use his TARDIS, and that kind of keeps him in close proximity to these other characters, and it's kind of like a 3-part mini-series in a way, rather than being 3 standalone specials where one he goes to the planet Zugublaba, So it's very much going to be Earth-based from what I can tell at least. But yeah, I just can't shake this nagging feeling that it's too reliant on that Ten and Donna era of the show. I really hope that changes once we find out more stuff, but just apart from Beep the Meep and the Toymaker, everything else is just from this one specific time of the show, because the show's about moving forward. So I'm very kind of cautious because it's just been building up ever since. Each announcement just feels more and more like, okay, we already know about this stuff, we've already seen it, we want something new. So I'm very worried that may be just the direction they're going. But, we'll have to see about that. I can't judge too heavily for either side just yet. It was a nice trailer, it got me excited, and on a whole, I am just kind of glad we got a trailer so far ahead. I guess we're so used to getting trailers 2 weeks before the series or episode comes out, and here we are 11 months away from the episode and getting trailers for all 3 of them, which I think is incredible. Neil Patrick Harris as the Toymaker looks like a really interesting decision for casting. He looks like he's going to be playing it very kind of campy and theatrical, so that would be interesting to see a certain Classic Who purists have a meltdown over that, because in the Celestial Toymaker serial, he was very kind of cunning and manipulative, and yeah, it'll be very interesting to see this modern take on the character. Of course, he hasn't been confirmed as a Celestial Toymaker yet, but basically everyone already knows there's no other character it could be, and there's what, are they going to just create a new Celestial Toymaker they call the Galactic Inventor or something? I don't think so. So on the whole, I am excited for all the episodes, and there's a lot of interesting stuff in the trailers. I think they can go some interesting directions with it. I just hope they take it in good directions rather than just going like, hey look, it's the Doctor and Donna again, because we've found out in recent months that it was Russell T Davies, David Tennant and Catherine Tate who approached the BBC about doing all this rather than the other way around. So it kind of makes me worry that there's too much fan servicey control going on, where it's they want to relive their glory days so they can just swan in and do it, you know. That makes me worried about the precedent it sets and the future of the show if that happens. But of course, this is just 3 episodes, and then we will be getting on with series 14, which does look like it's very much going to be going in a good new direction with Ncuti Gatwa and Millie Gibson. So I'm interested to see where it all kind of connects in the wider jigsaw puzzle. But it's nice to get a trailer so early on. I hate that it made me work on Christmas Day, but I'm a workaholic and I need money to survive, so I had to make this video. But it very much seems like a lot is being withheld from us at the moment, and it will be nice to see things getting announced and unfolding across the coming year. We also know that Russell T Davies did keep a lot of surprises still intact for his era originally. With how much they were filming behind closed doors and behind screens and stuff for these specials, I expect that there are going to be a lot more surprises going forward. Judging off of what I've seen so far, I'm not hugely optimistic about all this. Like, yes, it looks slick and good and presented well and acted well and all that, but it just feels kind of cynical below the surface and very derivative and not looking forward. But we don't know everything that's in it yet, so I assume that there's going to be more to come, and that stuff is going to be the really impressive stuff that blows us all away. But of course, this is all just speculation. I'm sure you all have your own opinions. I just thought I would share mine. I don't mean to be too harsh on anything like I have been in the past. I am warming up to this whole soft reboot Russell T Davies stuff, which you will be seeing in a video shortly. But for now, I hope you all had a very good Christmas. I hope you enjoyed the trailer, and if you made it this far into the video, thank you, and I'm sure you're just as excited for the episodes as I am. So we'll see what's going to happen, and yeah, thank you for watching. See you next time. And an extra special thank you to my Asbantium level patron Fallon Cortez, my Platinum level patrons Maximilian Foreman and Nix Games, and all of my Gold level patrons Boots, Calvin, Daniel McCree, Daniel Shillito, Francois AK Line Vortex, Herna Furzog, and Luke_SY. Thank you so much for your support.